My topic of speech today is animal cruelty at its worst. Have you ever encountered a dog that cowered away in fear at the first sight of you and looking into their eyes and saw how terrified they were? You see a dog at the animal shelter cowering in the corner of their kennel, and their whole body is shaking in fear, and you realize that this poor dog has gone through terrible treatment. The number of animal cruelty investigations by the RSPCA jumped by nearly 5% in 2016 to more than 400 a day, according to figures released by the Animal Welfare Charity. In 2016, RSPCA investigated 150,000 cases. Calls to its 24-hour cruelty hotline rose by nearly 4%, averaging one every 27 seconds. I had a friend that adopted a dog that had been abused for most of his life and was terrified of everyone. He was always shaking, but once he realized you weren't going to hurt him, he would calm down. I also did a lot of research on the topic. I am very passionate about this topic because I've had a dog for most of my life. Animal cruelty is a huge problem in the United States. Because animal cruelty is still happening, I think law enforcement, animal shelters, and vet clinics around the United States should have an animal cruelty offender list to help stop offenders repeating cruelty to future animals. I also think the punishment for animal cruelty should be more severe, because if we don't do anything to stop them, they will just keep hurting innocent animals. Before we discuss a solution, we must first understand animal cruelty as a problem. The problem is that animal cruelty is still happening in the United States. In 2016, the reported cases of animal abuse have increased by 5%. Animal cruelty is still a problem if the reported cases are increasing every year. Now that we know the problem, let's look at how we can solve it. One of the solutions I propose is that law enforcement, animal shelters, and vet clinics should have a list of all animal cruelty offenders so they can never hurt another animal again. This solution is a great start to help stop animal cruelty and give them the best chance at a happy life. ASPCA, also known as the American Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals, has raised around $12 million granted to animal welfare organizations. Over 47,000 animals were rescued or assisted. If people and other organizations such as ASPCA can work this hard to save these innocent animals, then our solution is sure to work out as well. If this solution works, it could stop people from hurting innocent animals in the future. Another one of the solutions I propose is that the punishment should be more severe to scare people to stop their wrongdoings. This solution could be a great way to scare people to stop hurting animals, and a great way to push people to step in and help save these animals. On January 1st, 2016, the FBI added cruelty to animals as a category in the Uniform Crime Report, a nationwide crime reporting system commonly used in homicide investigations. While only about a third of U.S. communities currently participate in this system, the data generated will help create a clearer picture of animal abuse and guide strategies for intervention and enforcement. The data collection covers 4 categories: simple, gross neglect, intentional abuse and torture, organized abuse, such as dogfighting and cockfighting, and animal sexual abuse. In conclusion, it should be obvious that animal cruelty is affecting many animals around the United States. It should also be clear that it is affecting all of us in this room because we all love animals. All of us must keep acting to keep animals safe and loved and help with rescuing animals and reporting animal cruelty if you think something is happening. We should all look out for animals that could be going through animal cruelty and help get them out of that situation. My old dog was from the shelter and had spent the first year of her life on the street and had to fight to stay alive because someone had abandoned her and left her to live a life on the streets. She didn't like other dogs because she had to fight for food and territory to survive. So, if you ever see an animal in need of help, call authorities and get the abused animal away from that life and help them find a good and loving home they deserve.